Peace, everyone, and welcome back to FavorFlowRestorative, where we unleash harmony, mind, body, and soul. We're here to do an essential oil reading, so let's get started by livening up the sacral chakra, getting this creativity going. We're going to clear that energy. So I have this deck. It's the Essential Oils Healing Deck. And so weekly, I'd like to come in and kind of see what the reading is for the week. Because as we know, essential oils have the capacity to assist us with our vibrational frequency. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we get today. I have some that are trying to fall out. Let's see what we get. Oh, what do we got? Lavender. Okay, so we have lavender. And lavender soothes and supports. So maybe we need a supportive energy this week. So what we'll talk about for the rest of the week is how we can use lavender in our lives to be able to bring in harmony unleashed, mind, body, and spirit. And so it says lavender has been in use for at least 2,500 years. The ancient Egyptians, the Phoenicians, and Arabs used it for mummification and perfumery. Okay, so it gives us a whole lot of different information, but it's the Latin word for to wash. So it was actually thrown on the stone floors of castles to help disinfect and deodorize them. So that's one way we can invest in using lavender. It's a powerful natural remedy to help alleviate anxiety and depression. And it seemed to be slightly more effective than antidepressants. So while I'm not asking for anyone to get off of medication, if you are on antidepressants, what I do encourage you to do is to pair up what you're currently taking with lavender. I know that there were some mornings where whenever I was depressed, it was really difficult to get up. And so for me, I'm more of a citrus family type of girl. I love things in the citrus family. So even now I'm diffusing lemongrass. Okay. But lavender is wonderful at alleviating anxiety as someone who has also, coped with anxiety, right? So you can diffuse it. And it also helps with sleep. So if you're experiencing insomnia, it's really great for that. So that is lavender. So basically, what it assists you to do in a nutshell is to help to maintain balance in your emotions. So these are your emotions in action. What is it looking like this week? It eases nervous system tension and panic. It soothes in trauma, and it improves our ability to express ourselves after trauma. So if you're experiencing anything this week, I invite and encourage you to get some lavender in some way, shape, or form. There's lavender bath salts. There's lavender, the actual plant. There's lavender essential oil. It comes in soaps and lotions and body washes and, what do you call those, bath scrubs. It comes in all, even some of the cleaning sprays or the detergents that you get, or, it has lavender in it too. Sometimes I'll get it as a hand soap, so that every time you go and you use the restroom, you have it. So it assists with when you're dealing with emotional patterns that keep us stuck in our life and in our past experiences. And so this week, if you're feeling stuck, I encourage and invite you to get some lavender. It's always a good addition. Lavender works for everything, so it's always a good addition to any healing program that you have going on. So its intentions is to help to promote greater emotional and spiritual consciousness, peace, love, and overall sense of well-being. Okay, and for people that, sometimes, I know I can only speak from my own experiences, and sometimes I do have an issue with expressing myself, so it's really good for that too, to assist us to express ourselves so that we feel heard, because that's a thing. We definitely want to feel heard. Other uses of it is for allergies. I've heard a lot of people around saying that they're dealing with their allergies right now, anxiety, arthritis, bug bites. I have some in the bug spray that I create. There's lavender in that. For burns, colic, cuts or blisters, dermatitis, eczema, if you have painful menstrual cycles, fatigue, hay fever, headaches, hives, hypertension, infections, inflammation, insomnia, migraines, nosebleeds, panic attacks, pink eye, restless sleep. We were talking about that, insomnia, rheumatism, scars, stress, sunburns, teeth grinding, or wounds. Okay, so this is something that can be taken internally. I am not a doctor. If you need the assistance of a doctor, please, don't take my advice. Make sure that you're doing your own research. It's not safe to use with cooking. And then it's used that we can dilute it, especially if you have highly sensitive skin. And it is something that's safe to use on children. So lavender is our essential oil for the week. So for the rest of the week, we can talk about different blends to create using lavender. So let's see, is lavender falls in on the third eye. So I've got this chart that has all the chakra systems on it, and lavender falls within the third eye. So the third eye, its primary function is intuition and understanding. So it assists with clairvoyance, which means seeing beyond the 5 body senses, your intuition, your psychic sense. Okay, so this is the principle is for, like, it connects with your imagination, right? You're knowing what you know, what you seeing, intuitively. Maybe you don't, not actually see it, but you know that you know. The physical property, like we said, is having to do with the endocrine and nervous system. So that has to do with like your awareness, and how we can heighten that is through meditation. Okay, so I've got a lot of meditations on, my channel, but yeah, if you don't, resonate with those meditations, find one that works for you. Start with guided meditation, and then allow yourself to just kind of use that as a way to like fade the prompt. If you want to just meditate by yourself, there's a lot of different meditations, and we'll be going through that. So it has to do with the brow. That's the anatomic connection So, which is connected to the hypothalamus and the eye. So that's your pituitary gland. Okay. And it involves your emotions through psychic awareness and intuition. So it allows you to see the bigger picture, and allows you, because you do see the bigger picture, now we can figure out where we want to be of service in that space. It governs your imagination. It allows you to focus on the good. It's your clairvoyance, right? And so it aligns with the planet Jupiter, the element of light. The metal is silver. The sound, pairing sound with smell is my favorite. So if we think about the sound, it sounds like okay, so you just put your lips together, and that is maybe what you can do while you're applying the lavender, right? Food would be pure air, and gemstones can be lapis or amethyst. Okay. So if lavender is our card for the week, then this week we want to focus on the mind, the individual self, the power of inner perception, okay, the supermoon, and insight beyond the five senses, okay, all to do with intuition, okay. So next, I'd like to talk about how lavender can be used in different ways, right? So it's one of the versatile oils. I love it. It blends well with bergamot, with clary sage, and with eucalyptus. So during the next part of this week, I will definitely come back and we'll talk about how to use lavender as a blend, and also how to use lavender to release emotional patterns, because that is, we need tools and practices. As beings, we need tools and practices to be able to get through this life here and this journey here on Earth, right? It's the healing planet. So I really appreciate you joining me for this essential oil reading session. And I'm going to leave it here. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'm going to bowl us out and cleanse out our sacral. Ready?